person in view of a camera is by virtue of attending consenting to being filmed and to the possible use of those images and sound recordings being used as outlined. Democratic Services, can I please ask you to start the recording? Thank you, Alex. Okay, we begin today's meeting with agenda item 1, apologies for absence.
Apologies received from Councillor Louise Minute-Vokes and Councillor Gareth Lewis, Chair.
Thank you, Ms. Chair. We move on to agenda item 2, declarations of interest. Have we got any declarations of interest?
Chair.
Thanks, Geraint. We'll move on to agenda item 3, minutes from previous meetings, to approve the accuracy and enter into record the minutes of the meeting Wednesday the 12th of November 2025. I'm happy to move. Have we got a seconder?
Happy to chair, Chair. Second, Chair.
Thank you, Councillor Jones. Tongue-tied. Have we got any comments on the accuracy? No. Thank you. We'll take that to the vote then, please, Geraint.
Okay, could all councillors who are in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? That's carried, Chair.
We'll move straight on to the strategic part of the report. Agenda item 4, corporate self-assessment 24-25, to consider the report of Director of Governance and Resources, Councillor Salmon.
Thank you, Chair. The corporate self-assessment 2024-2025 report, which is written by Andrew Rhagfyr, along with input from various teams across the organisation, has already been presented to the Sustainable Method Scrutiny Committee on the 18th of November and the Governance and Audit Committee on 24th of November, and is being presented here today, where, if recommended, it will go to full council. The local authority has a duty to publish a report whose purpose is to regularly review, through self-assessment, how well the local authority is, 1, exercising its functions effectively, 2, how it's using its resources economically, efficiently and effectively, and 3, that there is effective governance. Everyone here knows how difficult it is currently in local government, not least because of limited resources, but we must find a way of working together for better outcomes for our residents, be that with staff, local communities and the teams. Going forward, we will need to be more effective, efficient and economic. I go to the recommendation, Chair. It's just a 1. It's 2.1, the corporate self-assessment report 2024-2025 be noted and recommended to council for approval. I so move.
Thank you, Councillor Salmon. Do we have a seconder?
Chair, I'm seconding the report. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Williams-Price. Do we have any questions?
No questions, Chair.
Any comments? Councillor Salmon, is there anything you'd like to finish in there?
Just a thank you to Andrew Rhagfyr and the various teams from across the organisation that have taken the time to build this report.
Thank you very much. We take that to the vote then, please, Geraint.
So could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? That's carried unanimously, Chair.
Thank you very much. We move on to agenda item 5, which is Q2 Performance, Risk and Finance Report 25-26. To consider the report of the Director of Governance Resources and the Director of Finance. Councillor Salmon, I believe you're referring to the report.
Thank you, Chair. Q2 Performance, Risk and Finance Report 2025-2026 has been compiled by Andrew Rhagfyr, James Hopwood and Louise Ballinger. For greater transparency, finance, performance and risk processes are now presented together with other relevant data and information in one report for members to assess, question and provide constructive feedback on the local authority's current performance. There's a huge amount of information and data included within this report and its 6 appendices, but this should help all council departments to improve their performance and ultimately the performance of the local authority, whilst it should also have scrutiny committees to plan their forward work programme. Although this approach isn't new, the local authority hadn't done it for quite a while, and this is the Q2 report for 2025-2026, following on from the Q1 report, which was presented to the Sustainable Method Scrutiny Committee on the 16th of September. To show the local authority's commitment to improvement, this Q2 report was presented to a larger audience made up of the Governance and Audit Committee and a Joint Scrutiny Committee on the 1st of December. It should also be noted that following members' comments at the presentation of the Q1 report in September, there were more directors and officers present to answer questions at the presentation of the Q2 report. I'm going to go to recommendations, Chair, of which there are 8. 2.1, progress on the management of the Council's corporate risks and the corporate risk register will be improved. 2.2, progress against the Council's annual delivery plan and key performance indicators of the Council's corporate wellbeing plan be improved. 2.3, the revenue budget monitoring report for the 2025-2026 financial year based on Q2 projections be noted. 2.4, budget variance outlined in Appendix 5 be approved. 2.5, managers are being asked to address projected budget deficits within their respective service areas by identifying all possible measures to offset the deficits be noted. 2.6, the Q2 capital monitoring report for 2025-2026 be noted. 2.7, the budget amendments for co-funded projects be approved. And 2.8, variances to the budgets be noted. Thank you, Chair. So,
Thanks, Councillor Salmon. Do we have a seconder for the report?
Chair, I'll be seconding this report also, thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Williams-Price. Do we have any questions?
No questions, Chair.
Any comments?
Chair, just quickly, just to thank Andrew Rhagfyr, Louise Ballinger and James Hopwood for putting the report together.
Thanks, Councillor Salmon. I think we shall take this to vote, please, Geraint.
Okay, so could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? Yeah, that's carried unanimously, Chair.
Thank you, Geraint. Moving on to agenda item 6, the library service. To consider the report from the Director of Education. I will refer to this report in the absence of Councillor Gareth Lewis. The report is there. It's looking at where we were, where we are now, where we want to be and what we want to do next. I'm happy to remove the recommendations on page 253, the recommendation 2.1, reports on the progress against the library strategy to be taken with aspirational scrutiny on an annual basis be approved, and the WPLS report and recommendations to be noted. I so move. Do we have a seconder?
Happy to second, Chair.
Thanks, Councillor Jones. Do we have any questions?
Yeah, no questions, Chair.
Okay, any comments?
No comments, Chair.
Thank you very much. We take that straight to the vote then, please.
Okay, so could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? That's carried unanimously, Chair.
Thanks, Geraint. We move on to agenda item 7, which is the governance of the collaborative arrangements for Welsh Local Authority adoption of fostering services. To consider the report of the Director of Social Services. I'll take this report quickly in the absence of Councillor Minette-Vokes. I'm happy to move the recommendations set out on 2.9 of the report to reduce the quorum of the Joint Committee to 40% with at least regional areas represented to be approved, and 2.2, authorisation to enter into and sign the deed of variation to enable the above be approved. I so move. Do we have a seconder?
I second that, Chair.
Thanks, Councillor Salmon. We'll take that on to questions.
No questions, Chair.
Any comments?
No comments, Chair.
We'll take that straight to the vote then, please.
Could all councillors in agreement with the recommendation please raise their hands? Chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, Councillor Scriven.
Yeah, sorry, Chair. I was trying to get online, so I missed whatever was said at the start of that, so I won't take a vote on that item.
Okay, thank you. That's carried, Chair.
Thank you very much, Geraint. We'll move on now to the next part of the agenda of the information reports 8 and 9. For reference, we move on to agenda item 10, any other business deemed urgent by the Chair. I think it would be prudent at this stage, before call the meeting to a halt, that we do a minute's silence for Councillor Gareth Lewis, as he's a cabinet member. His mother sadly passed away last Monday, so if we can have a minute's silence for Councillor Gareth Lewis's mother, please, and please be upstanding. Thank you, everybody. Okay, we haven't got any other business deemed urgent, so that concludes today's meeting. Apart from to wish everybody a happy Christmas. This is the last cabinet meeting before we go, which is fantastic. And I know the chief executive has got excellent presents for the staff across the board. Thank you.
Yeah, round to council. Can you ask them?
I thought, I'm not getting involved.
No.
Injured.
Really nothing with you.
Yeah, friend. One way, because
I mean, I'm gonna. The Germans like that's fit to be written. If it's conflict, the army agreements, the local authorities do, and I know he's obviously